Terraria is a whole lot of fun with friends, and we all love our little animal friends, but they have a hard time playing video games what with the lack of opposable thumbs. But I've found a way around this. I'll just get a goose pet online so he lives on my computer. That way he can play with me as I try to beat Terraria. Finally, my feathery Billy friend can join me as I play my favorite game. I'll just ignore that virus warning and look at him, now he's here. Welcome to Terraria, Goose Bin? Goose Bin! I hope you enjoy your time here. Wait, why are you moving towards my mouse?
Oh, no, hey, no! Ah.
Well, I guess Goose Bin is a little new to the game. I'm sure he'll figure it out given time. See, Goose Bin, we found some treasure chests with decent loot. Isn't that great? Wait, what are you doing? Oh, a meme. Come on, Goosebin, don't get distracted. We're playing Terraria. Stop looking at memes. You've got the best video game in existence right at your fingertips. Maybe another goose friend, though, would help. There you go. There's another friend for you, and now you're both dragging over... Oh, I understand, Goosebin. It'd definitely be hard to type without fingers. Here, let me just get that off the screen so I can see my crafting menu, and hey, wait, don't try to steal the mouse. What? You don't like me closing your little notes and memes? But Goosebin, they're in the way of the game. Speaking of, my frame rate has been reduced to something like sub 20. I think your friend is eating my frame, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to evict him. But it's okay. You still got me, Goosebin. I'll never chase you away. You know? Unless you start causing problems. Here, spin around for a bit, you silly goose. All right, let's get to work and start mining straight down because that just feels right. And would you look at that? We found a glowing mushroom biome. Oh, well, that's okay, Goosebin. That's just to be expected in this game. Don't become sad. We'll just respawn at home and start making houses.
Oh, what are you grabbing now? No, Goose, don't. No, Goose, what are you doing? Are you shamelessly plugging my second channel, Thorbin Gaming? Oh, Goose, you silly little rascal.
Can you believe this guy shamelessly plugging my second channel like that? So rude. Nobody cares, Goosebin. I gotta apologize for his behavior, everyone. He's pretty new to the whole YouTube thing. I'm sure he'll be better behaved from now on. We finished making our houses and returned to the glowing mushroom biome we'd found. There wasn't really much helpful loot, but we did find the skeleton merchant who was selling a wooden boomerang, which I purchased so we could craft an enchanted boomerang, which is probably my favorite early game weapon. Fetch, Goosebin. We found some Hermes boots, but perhaps more importantly, there were 2 gravitation potions in the chest. Guess what that means, Goosebin? This means we're going to get to fly! Isn't that great? Oh wait, you're a goose. You could already fly. Well, I hope you at least appreciate the thought. I'm sure you didn't know, though, what is inside these sky islands. Up here, you can find loot like lovely horseshoes, a shiny red balloon, celestial magnet, and a star fury. Wow, those are some pretty good finds. Definitely going to be a lot of help on our journey.
Goose, what are you doing over there? Get that nonsense out of here.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. He just got a bit excited with finding all this real good loot in the skies. We'll head on over to the jungle to try and get to the ocean over there. Now that we have a Star Fury, we should be well prepared to brave this place. But I guess not prepared enough. Well, that's just how it works sometimes, Goosebin. Don't be upset. Yeah, you can bring over that gif if it makes you feel better.
Oh, actually, no, it's in the way of me crafting. Goose, I'm trying to craft! Oh, and I actually can't access anything here.
Wait a minute, Goosebin. Why'd you try to prevent me from crafting? We need to do that in order to make progress in the game. You want to do that, right? You don't want to just be an obnoxious obstruction, do you? Goose? 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 Let's get back to exploring. I learned pretty recently that using a spelunker potion in early game is actually pretty handy, so we just did that and found another glowing mushroom with a whole lot more treasure than the last one. We explored the surface some more, but then came across another natural cave, and I realized something.
This is a wonderful seed. 3 natural 4 natural cave entrance. What the heck?
Goosebin, don't you understand how weird this is? I'm happy to just have one of these caves on a world. This is awesome. Oh, you don't care. Well, I thought it was neat. Besides, there's no way we'll find a seed with more caves than this.
Wait a minute. No! No way! A 5th cave!
Okay, wow, 5, that's a lot. Wouldn't it be crazy if there was a 6th one?
Wait a minute. No. No way! No way! 6 natural caves.
This has got to be more caves in any world I've ever played on. Goosepin, don't you understand just how rare this is? Goosepin, why do these rare things have to happen with people or geese, I guess, who don't appreciate it? Oh well, we finally found the corruption a far ways away in the world, and it turns out both corruptions of the world spawned side by side, creating a mega corruption biome, which is also super cool. But now that we finally found it, we can break an orb and get a musket, Goosepin. Goosepin, the goblin army has spawned, and I need your help with this one, little buddy. Okay, well, that was something. You know, I'm starting to feel like you're trying to make things much harder than they need to be. Here, let's go to the jungle and get the materials we need for jungle armor. Mage class is my favorite class, so I'm sure you'll like it too, Goosepin. And now that we got the armor and a ruby staff, I'm sure we can take down the first boss, the Eye of Cthulhu. Isn't that awesome, Goosepin? Terraria has super cool bosses. We can fight him together.
Oh no, he got the mouse! Oh no! No! Okay, we're fine, now we're fine. Okay.
Goosepin, I appreciate you trying to help and all, but you're going the wrong way. The boss was on the other side. It's almost as if you were trying to sabotage me. You, got anything to say about that? Here, let's try taking on the Eater of Worlds, and oh wait, I'm really not prepared for this. That's okay, that's my fault, Goosepin. I should have prepared us better. Here, let's fight the King Slime a couple times until we get the Slimy Saddle. That's my favorite strategy to use against the Eater of Worlds. This way we can bounce off the worm instead of getting hit by it when we fall. See? That works so much better. Way to go, Goosepin, your help is invaluable. Now Skeletron is next, and although we could probably manage him with what we got, I prefer getting the Space Gun armor set. I mean, Meteorite. And with that, we can use the Space Gun without it consuming any mana, and this combination works really well against Skeletron. No, wait, Goose. We're fighting Skeletron. Stop trying to bring over... Oh, is that the Kick logo? Are you bringing that out here because I stream other games and Terraria collaborations over on Kick and Twitch? Goosepin, I already told you not to shamelessly plug my other channels, but I'm glad you're at least enthusiastic about it. Let's explore the dungeon now, Goosepin. It's a pretty cool place, but pretty dangerous with spikes and high spawn rates. We also need to find golden keys for the chests down here, and if we do that, we can get this real neat water scepter. There's also the magic missile, but I'm actually finding I prefer the water scepter. It's got piercing and does really good damage. So you should just join me in the potentially hot take that the water scepter is better. In fact, let's just keep using it to prove a point. All right, Goosepin? So we mine our elevator super easily and mine enough Hellstone to get a fiery pickaxe. Wait, who could that be? What do you mean your family has come to visit? I didn't know your family was coming over. I'm not sure I'm prepared, but sure, let them in. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that's a lot of family who decided to come and visit. Yeah, there's more. Goosepin, whoa, I didn't know your whole family was so big. It's so nice to see them, Goosepin, but are you sure they all have to visit now? My frames, they're starting to go away, Goosepin. Your family is eating my frames. Goosepin, that's too much family. I don't think my computer can take... I'm sorry I had to kick your family out, Goosepin, but they are eating all my frames. What else could I do? I hope you're not mad. Let's just focus on building this hell bridge so we can fight the wall of fresh and get into hard mode. Would that make you happy? Oh, don't be like that, Goosepin. Here, we're even sacrificing the life of our beloved friend, the guide. Does that at least make you happy? Oh, Goosepin, I think sacrificing just one of our friends is enough for now, okay? Now come on, let's fight the wall of fresh. Oh, no, he's on the other side of the screen, Goosepin. What are you doing over there? Are you grabbing... Oh no, is that a sponsorship from Rage? This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, the completely free-to-play mobile game with over 800 completely unique champions. I never actually played Raid until now and found it pretty fun. Plus, I'm a sucker for anything fantasy, and this dragon straight up ate someone 5 seconds into playing, so it's a-okay in my book. But each of their champions actually have their own lore, and there's this one called the Arbiter, so here's an excerpt from her lore. The Arbiter of long ago, spoken of in hidden texts and painted on crumbling runes, was a warrior. That much can be held in certainty. She fought to protect Terraria, and even the most cautious scholars agree the Arbiter was the ultimate leader of the Terrarians during the First and Second Great Wars. Wars in which the existence of Terraria itself was threatened by Sarath's mighty hordes of undead and demon spawn. The Arbiter was a hero, and she called herself the Herald of Lumea. Little else is known. How did you like that? Also, you've got until November 10th, so not very long, to delve into Raid's Hunted Graveyard for a chance to win some awesome in-game items and even real-life prizes, ranging from epic to legendary Halloween-themed Raid champions to Amazon gift cards. You just gotta download Raid Shadow Legends using the link below, copy your in-game player ID, and then venture over to this link from October 15th to November 10th. Enter your player ID, gather your courage, and then venture into the Haunted Graveyard. So if you haven't considered playing Raid Shadow Legends before, click the link in the description below or scan the QR code to get super cool loot available only via my link. Okay, I think that might have been a bit too much dragging over an entire sponsorship there, Goosebin. You've really crossed the line now. We'll beat the wall of fresh, but after that, I'm gonna kick you out of here because you're just out of control, you young man. Goose, just sit still for now and... Oh no, he got the mouse! Oh no! Oh nice, you got health. Sweet. Let go, Goosebin. No, he got it again! Goosebin! Nice try, Goose, but I'm too much of a gamer to die from such a pitiful assassination attempt. You're really going to get evicted now. What do you mean you've acquired the power of Cthulhu himself? I made a deal with him. I can't evict you unless I manage to take down Moonlord? There's no way! How do you even talk with Cthulhu? You're a goose on my computer. There's no way you actually managed to get in touch with him. If I mess with the honk, I'll get the bonk. Look, calm down, all right? I'll beat Moonlord before I can evict you. And you can do whatever you'd like in the meantime, okay, but I still took down the wall of fresh. You know what that means? I am still fully capable of beating this game even with you in the way. You don't stand a chance against me, Goosebin. You've messed with the wrong Terraria YouTuber. What do you mean your Cthulhu powers can also affect drop rates in RNG? Oh, I see. The desert over here is corrupt instead of hollow because I'm playing the mage build. And because I'm playing the mage build, I need light shards for the sky fracture. Well, joke's on you, Goosebin. I don't even like the sky fracture. Ha! You fool! I'm just going to head right on over to the underground corruption and break all the demon altars down here. You didn't have your Cthulhu powers to affect the world generation, so I get this super easy method of breaking a bunch of demon altars. I'll just have to dodge, well, a quadrillion race everywhere as I do that, but I can because I'm such a good gamer. And now that the hard mode ores are in the world, I can do this real cool magic trick, Goosebin. Watch this. Now I have full titanium gear. I don't just have the power of the game, you silly goose, but I also have the power of editing my own video. Your Cthulhu powers can't affect me here. Oh, haha, real funny. Everyone's a comedian. Fine, I guess you do have some power over the editing process, but you apparently forgot there is more than one desert in this world. See, this one is nice and hollow-fied, so I can start farming for light shards without needing to spend any time making an artificial biome. Wait, no, don't affect my drop rates, no. Bad Goose, oh, I even have a blood moon and I still can't get these light shards to drop at a good rate. I still managed to get them, but my goodness, that took a whole lot longer than I thought it would. Thanks a lot, Goosebin. Next up, we need to take down a few wyverns for Souls of Flight, and thankfully I got a demon size, so this won't be hard at all. The first one didn't drop enough souls for wings by itself. Nuh-uh, don't you try to take credit for that one, Goosebin. Getting enough souls for a pair of wings from one wyvern is just a rare event that has happened maybe once in my past 10 runs or so. I see what you're trying to do. You aren't actually affecting the RNG. You just said that to make me scared, didn't you? Well, I'm on to your tricks, you dastardly goose. I have no reason to fear your influence as I farm for souls of light, which I need a whole lot of as mage. Once I got enough, I crafted a meteor staff, since it's just great against the destroyer, and a little later I made the sky fracture. Yes, I know what I said earlier, Goosebin. I think it's bad, and I don't usually use it, but I thought I'd make it this time just to spite you. See, I'll even use it to farm for some more souls of light, despite the fact that I think it's less effective down here than the water scepter. Ha! Okay, that's enough bashing Goosebin. He was clearly bluffing when he said that he had the power of Cthulhu, but don't worry, I'll still honor our little quasi-deal that I won't evict you until I take down Moonlord. That way I can prove that I'm stronger than you and your supposed contract with Cthulhu himself. Let's just make an arena for the mechs. Let's try the twins first, even though I think they're the hardest mech boss. I just want to try and beat them first so I can make the mage weapons from their souls. During the fight, I tried using the Sky Fracture and still wasn't impressed with its damage output, and so I switched to the Meteor Staff. But I'm not the best at aiming it against those bosses. Okay, Goosebin, you don't have to laugh. I know I lost, but like I said, I think these guys are the hardest mech boss, and I probably wasn't as well prepared as I should have been. And besides, the dark lamp thingy, whatever it's called, is better against these guys anyways. I just have to go back to the corrupt desert and go to the underground part. Oh no. No. Don't tell me that the corrupt desert doesn't have an underground. No! That means the underground desert is over where the hollow is. That means I can't get the guys I need to spawn for the weapon I want. Goosebin! How did you know? How did you do that? You conniving goose, you knew this, didn't you? You gave me false hope so that way you could crush them, didn't you? Well played, Goosebin. Well played. Now I'm stuck with an underground hollow, and although there is some that is normal and I could corrupt it, I don't want to sit around waiting for the corruption to spread for one weapon when I could pretty easily take down the destroyer with my current build. Let me just first extend the arena a bit so I don't have to fight the big mechanical worm right next to my NPCs, since I'd rather they survive the night. One worm spawn and a meteor staff later, and the first mechanical boss is melted like butter. Goosebin, you didn't even stand a chance against this one. The meteor staff is too good and killed the boss too fast for you to even attempt to stop me. Heck, I'm so high on my own supply that I think I'm going to spawn in the twins in the same night using only the meteor staff. That's right, Goosebin. I'm going to take down what I think is the hardest mech boss during the same night as the destroyer and without my weapon of choice. You can bring as many gifs as you want onto the screen, but they won't stop me from taking down these mechanical eyes nice and easy like. And now I think I'll go and farm for a blessed apple because the unicorn steed is really handy for Duke Fishron and Moonlord. So I'm just going to hop on over there to farm a unicorn. And you said you could change my RNG, right? Well, and would you look at that? A beautiful ripe blessed apple. Would you look at that? Your Cthulhu powers must be draining, you pathetic goose. I'm going to get to Moonlord in no time at all. The next boss may be Skeletron Prime, who's the most tanky boss. But now I have a rainbow rod, so even if you try to steal the cursor, you have no power over this battle. And watch this, Goosebin. I'm going to do another editing magic trick. You watching? All right, 3, 2, 1. And now I got full clarified armor and a Plantera arena. What do you got to say about that? Hey, watch your language. I know you're upset that I'm taking down Plantera with ease using the rainbow rod and you have no power to stop me once again, but that's no reason to suddenly get a potty mouth. But now Plantera is down and I can beat up the golem who is... Wait, oh, I haven't found the jungle temple yet. Laugh all you want, Goose, but I know a trick. The jungle temple almost always spawns in the lower third of the jungle, so I don't have to search this entire place. I just have to mine along the lower to mid-lower third of this place, and sure enough, there it is. A beautiful jungle temple with a half-decent golem arena. I beat him first try for the first time in a while since I've kind of been sucking against him as of late. And what should he happen to drop but the one and only heat ray? Would you look at that, Goosebin? I got a mage weapon. and it's better than I remember it being. Stop pretending, Goosebin. You just don't want me to evict you. It's too late to apologize. What do you mean you've only been using 5% of your power? I'm heading to the Hardmode dungeon right now. It doesn't matter how much power you have. There are so many mage weapons down here that it's impossible not to get one unless you're the unluckiest person. Yeah, I didn't get one, but I did get ectoplasm, which means I need to find the Shimmer to downgrade my chlorophyte armor back into bars so I can get Spectre armor, the armor set that really makes me fall in love with the mage class. The only problem is I'm not sure where the Shimmer is. Oh, you think you can prevent me from finding it, do you? Well, I know another trick. On large worlds, if you go to the jungle side of the world and find a spot halfway between the end of the jungle and the ocean and mine straight down, then there's a pretty good chance you'll find the Shimmer. This is not a guarantee. It works a solid 70% of the time, and if it doesn't work, well, you're screwed. And it doesn't work on my world. Dang it, Goosebin, you did affect the Shimmer world gen, didn't you? In situations like this, where the Shimmer isn't in this location, you have to first look for a glowing moss cave because the Shimmer is always next to those, but it's possible one of them didn't even spawn, like it didn't in this world, and instead the Shimmer spawned somewhere inside the jungle, which means no cave to clue you in. You just have to stumble upon it, and when this happens, finding the Shimmer is very tough. Unless you use some sort of complicated hack with the name of the guide when you created the world or something. This method I'm still pretty sure is just a troll. But you know what I can do, Goosebin? I can open the world in T-Edit. There it is. I can see it plain as day, you pathetic goose. You underestimated my power. Now I can shimmer my armor and get the final armor set I'll need for the game. All that's needed now is a Razor Pine to beat up Duke Fishron with, farm the Pigfish for the Razorblade Typhoon, and then it's smooth sailing to Moonlord from there. It's been nice knowing you, Goosebin, but we're in the end game now. Foolish mortal. It is your power I have underestimated? Yeah, whatever, Goosebin. I just got the Inferno Fork. What do you gotta say about that? Goosebin, how did you do this? What did you even do? Control-Alt-Delete doesn't even work. The white screen with a red X is preventing me from clicking anything on the screen. And even when I do try Control-Alt-Delete, the window for it appears behind the box. And so I can't use it to find the program that has white screen. Goosebin, what have you done? I don't even know what this error is. In fact, it's so bad, I had to restart my computer just to get going again. Fear me. Oh no, guys. Goosebin is capable of doing this. I'm not so sure I can actually beat him. He could white screen the computer during every Moonlord fight and prevent me from winning entirely. But that's not even the worst part. I wanted the Razor Pine or even the Icicle Staff, both of which are suitable weapons against Duke Fishron. This is when Goosebin really began to flex his power. During these events, more than any other, he was causing problems left and right. I swear he stole my mouse more during those events than any other event or boss fight, but even worse, he was on to my strategy and knew how to work against me. See, this entire time, he had been training to drag the gifs and memes in front of my armor and accessories, which isn't usually a big deal. But now, I'm using Spectre armor, and I heavily rely on being able to switch the headgear so I can alternate between the damage and healing bonuses. But now the gifs and memes are in the way, and the moment I close one of them, Goosebin chases after my mouse, threatening to destroy me. And sure enough, he did!
No! Alright, I think that might be the first official Goosebin kill. Oh my goodness.
You're right, your power is great, so great in fact that I went through 3 frost moons and got every drop under the sun except a mage weapon. I am getting desperate. I head over to try and skip the Frost Moon altogether, hoping the Inferno Fork is enough to defeat Duke Fishron, but struggles too much with hitting Duke during the 3rd phase, so I return to grinding the Frost Moon again and again until at the end of the 5th night, the Razor Pine was at last bestowed upon me. Yes, Goosebin, I know. You've taken pity on me and given me a Razor Pine, but that is your own folly. Now it only takes me 4 fights to get the Razorblade Typhoon, plus I got 2 Fishron wings in these victories, which is great. Are you affecting my RNG in my 1 year 1 World Series? Because it took me 20 kills to get 1 of these wings in that run. You want to make a deal? What kind of deal? Oh, The Razorblade Typhoon and Nebula Blaze have too good a homing to fight Moonlord with? Fine, I'll agree to this. If you manage to grab my mouse, I won't use any homing weapons, only the bubble gun I have. In exchange, you won't white screen the game again. We got a deal. Next was the Lunatic Cultist and all the pillars, during which Goosebin was surprisingly quiet. He didn't really affect much at all, only going after the mouse a few times here and there. I beat them all without a problem and summoned Moonlord, and although the first fight didn't go as planned, I beat him on the second try, with Goosebin once again making little effort to stop me. I was so glad in the moment that I gleefully did the deed.
Alright, Goosebin, it has been fun playing with you, but it is time to evict the goose! And goodbye.
And now, it's just me. Goosebin, why didn't you put up more of a fight during the Moonlord battle? You could have held me back and stuck around longer. You could have made things really difficult for me. Why didn't you? Why'd you just let me win? Why was I so eager to get rid of you? Now I'm all alone here. Goosebin is gone. My friend is gone. Oh, haha, real funny. Thanks again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video. Make sure to check out the link in the description below to get insane bonuses for new players with an epic champion.